Hello, Gavin here. So if you're a small business owner and you're experiencing some pain, some lack of growth, some frustration with how much you're working and some overwhelm, very high stress levels, how to get to the next level, then what I'm going to describe and share with you and the formula in this video is going to have a dramatic impact on your results, your life, your well-being, your peace of mind. And the title of this is the #1 way to transform your business immediately. And what I'm about to go through with you, it's not how most business owners think of things. It's not how they, identify or analyze what's wrong with their business, which is also a big part of the problem. So I think you're going to have a lot of ahas. You're going to have some new perceptions, which is a clue. And this is not going to be, like how to, sell more immediately, how to get more leads, how to spend more on marketing. That's not what this is about. All of those things end up working better when you get the kind of things I talk about right first. So let's dive into it. Now, again, my name is Gavin. I do business consulting for small business owners. My area of expertise is combining purpose and leverage. And what I mean by purpose is identifying your gifts and your talents, what you really enjoy, why you started the business, what your vision for it, and then combining that with ways to leverage yourself, ways to scale, ways to grow. And a lot of business owners don't understand, how they're preventing themselves from growing. So let's take a look at that now. And again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, would love to have you to subscribe. Really want to help people have meaning in their life, in their business, have a business that they wake up to so excited to go to every day, and that actually thrives, actually provides them fulfillment, and that is what they always envisioned for their life and the business they were born for, is a phrase I use a lot. So now, one of the big things I do is use AI and teach AI as a leverage. And of course, I help business owners see what they're doing and what they should not be doing and how they can eliminate things and be more efficient. Yet AI is where the future's going. AI is how you can really leverage yourself and do the tasks that you are gifted at, and then give AI the talents that or the tasks that you are not gifted at. So let's take a look at how to transform your business immediately. So here's the thing. You've got to know where you're at before you can get to where you want to go. And so when I talk to clients and when I talk to people, and I've experienced this myself in the past, you get so busy working in your business that you're not working, on it. And before you can start making changes, you've got to take an assessment. Hey, where am I at? What's working? What's not working? And really analyze that. Okay, so in this video, I want you to take a quick assessment. I'm going to have you really look at your business very quickly, okay? And it's going to be at a little different angle than what you're used to. And I'm using a new software today where I want to make this more visual pleasing. I want to make this easier for me to edit. Like everything I do is what I'm teaching and what I want to help other people. And one of my pain points has been editing videos. And so I used Gamma to take my notes and create a slideshow, and use Intella as a way to record this, and then it's going to edit it for free for me. And I'll give you, links down below on both of those things. But this is my first video doing that, so I'm learning right along with you. All right, practicing what I preach. So the first self-assessment, what I want you to do is, #1, I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How happy are you overall? Not just in your business, not how happy you are with your business, but how happy are you in your life, okay? I'm gonna come back and explain the importance of that, and we'll do a total of this assessment and then analyze that. But so just right now to yourself, maybe write it down or mentally note, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being unbelievably happy with your life, so fulfilled, love this moment, very little to no stress, just really enjoying the possibility, the experience of life. 1 to 10, okay? #2, I want you to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 your business progress. So basically, where you are now compared to where you expected to be by now. And if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you have an established video. This is for newbies too, but established business. It's for anyone, but it's really for people who've been getting profits for at least a year or two and are really looking at, like, they've got the foundation, but they want to go to the next level and they want to understand what's missing. What do they need to add? So, when you first started, where'd you expect to be now? And rate that on a 1 to 10 scale, okay? And then number 3 would be business management. Evaluate your ability to run your business effectively on a scale of 1 to 10. Are you really good at running your business and growing your business and making sure your business is working optimally and what that looks like and being a leader and driving all these core factors? Or are you just really good at working in your business as like an employee of your business in every role? That would be on the lower end. 10 would be like you are great at running and working on your business. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Feel free to ask questions in the comments if it doesn't. Now, from there, I want to start, I'm going to come back to like adding that up, but I want to start having you understand some things you probably don't understand. And this is where the transformation can happen very quickly. I use the word immediately. So your business right now is the culmination of your beliefs and your thoughts, your feelings, and all the actions that come from those thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, okay? So you could say that those thoughts and beliefs and feelings are the cause, and the effect is everything you see in your business, the results you're seeing in your business, okay? So how you perceive your business, how you perceive the world is a major factor in your thoughts, in your feelings. And then those end up pushing you, kind of causing you to take certain actions, which then equate into certain results. Now, nothing will ever change in your life or your business if you keep thinking and feeling and doing the same things. And right now, you're a little stuck, might be a little stagnant because you're doing what you know. You're doing what you can handle. You're already probably overwhelmed. You don't know the next steps. And therefore, you just keep doing more of the same. And then you try to incrementally improve these little things of like, oh, if I just do this, that'll be better. But that's why you're not getting quantum jumps. That's why you're not, making these major strides, is because you're doing what you know, of course, and you're working in your business, and there's only so much time in the day, okay? And those things have to get done to maintain what you've already done and the results you're getting right now. So of course you're doing what you're doing, but it starts with the perception. How do you see your business and your role in it? And if that doesn't change, nothing will change. Mindset. Now, like I said, your thoughts are determining your actions, which then determine your results. So if you're not very optimistic, if you're not coming with a clear mind, if you're not very clear, then you've got a problem, okay? And that's what's happening in your business, is that result, that effect is a lack of clarity, a lack of direction, a lack of doing what really could be done optimally that you aren't even aware of. Nor, if you were aware of it, do you have the time to actually implement it. So where's your mindset? How good are you at self-analyzing? Understanding how you're feeling in the moment, if you're happy with the vision of your company. There's a lot of components to that, okay? And really be transparent with yourself, because if you don't look at yourself in the mirror, you're never going to implement some of the things I'm going to go through or what's going to make that transformation for you. And that's what I'm talking about with the awareness. Without awareness, then there is no idea of perception or what your beliefs are, or then what conscious activities actions you take. So you've got to be extremely aware of where you are, who you are, what you're good at, where you want to go. And then with that, you can really start looking at what needs to happen, okay? And differently than it is right now, all right? So I want to kind of go back, and as I go through this next slide I'm going to go back to this. If you're, on the happiness thing, if you're not happy with your life, that is going to be very influential in every area. If you're coming from stress, you are reacting. If you're coming from fear, you are doing things out of have to instead of, the best way to do something, having an open mind to it. And you're stuck in that merry-go-round. You're stuck in the same cycle over and over and over. And when you're happy, you're going to not be coming from fear. You're not going to become from, okay, this is what I have to do today. This is what needs to get done. You can start really opening yourself up to new possibilities, new perceptions, new awareness, because it's more of like the joy of the journey. It's more of like gamifying your business. Like what's possible? And this is fun, okay? And I really teach big time, on purpose, which I go into a lot in other videos, but I really think the primary thing is you need to understand how to be happy, how to come from a high frequency, how to come from a high, vibration without needing any specific result. And when you do that, when you're able to like understand what that looks like, then your business becomes nothing but unlimited possibility. And like of gamifying it, understanding that like, hey, here's where I'm at. Here's where I know is possible. What would it look like to get there? Okay. And again, what happens when you're in a low energy, when you're stressed, when you're fearful, when you're unhappy? You're just trying to stay alive. You're just trying to keep your head above water. You're doing what you know. Nothing changes. But everything becomes a different perspective when you can be in a vibration of joy and happiness. So I always start there because otherwise we're treading water from the get-go. We're, behind the 8 ball, so to speak, because you're chasing. And when you come from happiness, you're coming from abundance, you're becoming from a possibility. And then you're open to aligning with all these things that are actually going to help you. So let's get back to the assessment and kind of put this into perspective. So let's just take a look at your score. If you added all 3 of those things up, maybe you were like a 6 on the happiness, and maybe you were, an 8, and I don't know, maybe like a 4 on how good you are running your business, okay? But you're 8 where you're pretty close to where you wanted to be, okay? So remember, the first one was how happy are you overall in your life? The second one was where are you in your business compared to where you expected to be at this point? The third one was how good are you at running your business, okay? So if you're over 25 points for that, you're probably in a pretty good spot. You've stayed and focused on improvement, you're growing likely, you have a pretty good grasp of your business. The thing you have to look out for is that you've got it all figured out, and that what you've been doing is going to take you to still where you want to go, to making those quantum jumps. And almost every business owner, person who does something amazing has to look at their limitations, has to be aware of where they're at and what else is going to need to happen for them to go to that next level. Okay. But over 25 points, good job. Okay. So over 20 points, you're doing pretty decent in your business. All those things are probably in like the 6 to 8 range roughly. And, there's room for improvement. You're probably like, okay, I'm chugging along. I'm okay. I'm doing average, and still a decent place to be. But even more so, you could be on the verge of being stagnant. You could already be experiencing very slow growth after you've done everything you know to do. And you're like, what? There's only so many hours in a day. What else can I do to grow my business without having to work more? And that's what every small business owner, realizes one day is like, oh my gosh, I'm working this hard now for this. Is it worth it to go to the next level? Because their mindset is like, this is what I've been doing. My perception is I'm having to do all these things and work so hard just for this level. What would it look like for the next level? And that's where they get stuck. And that's where nothing changes. And that's where they're in trouble. Like, is this business going to work? Is this business what I had envisioned? And you start losing focus, the whole purpose and that vision you had in the beginning, your why, your purpose for it, the life you hope to create. And that's a problem. And that I need you to see that. That's why we're doing this assessment. And then under 20 points, you're having, some significant challenges, and your business is likely in trouble. You may know that right now. That's maybe why you're watching this video, but it's like, is it sustainable? Can you continue on this path? Do you want to continue on this path? Are you having major doubts? And if you're having major doubts in your business, I'm here to tell you you've got some issues. You've got some things you really need to take a look at. And whether you're male or female, it's not fun to look at what's not working and look in the mirror to say, hey, what needs to change? How do I need to be differently? How do I need to take different actions? How do I need to think differently? And is this what I really wanted for my life and my business? Am I getting to see my family? Am I getting to work on my health? Is this business giving me the freedom that I had imagined? And it's likely, if you're under 20 points, it's likely not, right? So this assessment is a little bit of a wake-up call of like, what's possible for you? Where are you compared to what's, like where you could be, where you maybe wanted to be? And again, it's an example of perception and awareness, like I was saying. You've got, as the business owner, have to know where you're at all times with the ultimate vision. And if you don't have that ultimate vision, you're never going to really know, like, hey, where am I compared to that? I'm not big into like goals, because I feel like goals are a way of people falling short. I'm really big on creating visions that inspire you, that it's a huge why, and that incorporates your purpose, your talents, your gifts, what makes you you, why you were born on this planet, and what can you provide as a service and a value to other people, that you're in your area of genius. And when you do that and then supplement it, which I'll talk about, that's where the magic happens in your business. So let's go on to the next thing. I kind of, touched on this real quick. I'm going to hit it again. The importance of happiness. So it's going to affect every area of your life. As far as transformation goes, it's important to like align your purpose and the life you want and make it congruent with your business, that you're aligned in all those areas, that there is no separation of all these different things. Everywhere you go, that's who you are. And you need to bring those gifts and those talents, and then you'll feel exhilarated if in every area of your life you're being who you know you are and who you intend to be. And everything will work more optimally. You'll come from a higher vibration. You'll be happier. You're being who you are. How can you not be? And then when you're less focused on like, oh, this result as a contingency to like feel better, then everything becomes that gamified. Everything becomes a possibility. Everything becomes fun of like, let's go crush this, right? And that's where that transformation and that congruency and that alignment comes into play. And, when you're happy, you don't look at the things that aren't fun the same way. You look at it as an opportunity. You look at it as like, oh, that's something that needs my attention, that I can fix that, or I can see it differently, or like, wow, this is actually helping me. But if you're not happy, that does not happen. It looks like, oh my gosh, are you serious? This always happens to me. You have that victim instead of the responsibility of like, oh, this is like showing me where I can improve my systems, where I can get better in my business. And then you don't have to feel bad when things you used to say were bad happen, that you're just like, it's neutral. It just happened. And this is just part of the process. So it's a big part of what I teach is if you can be in a really good place, what I would call joyful happiness, and be able to look at everything in a new way with a new mindset, then what's going to, like, the effect of that is that everything is going to be looked at as refinement, as systematic, as getting you closer to your vision. Okay, so I know I'm hammering on happiness, but it's big, and most people don't look at that. Also, let's look at the step of transforming your business. Like, what does that look like? So I've used the word alignment. And what I mean by alignment is that your business is congruent with your purpose and your passions. And what does that mean? It's broken down into like, what are your gifts? What do you enjoy? What would you be doing all day at your business if you could? and that lights you up, that excites you, that you're like, oh my gosh, like even when like this is what lights me up, this is why I'm doing this. It's like I love consulting, I love coaching, I love possibility, I love changing people's mindsets, right? And so I've I've changed course in a lot of ways. Like this is my focus, right? And then how do I help people solve that? And that's what you want to do in your business is you want to be spending a majority of your time on what your purpose is, okay? And I help my clients really get clear on that and like identify that, and then that's what they spend their time on. Number two, transforming your business is optimization. And that's what I was just saying is like you're focusing on your strengths, and then you delegate the tasks to either other employees or, which is a big part of what I teach and consult on, is create a system for like an AI agent to have tasks done for you that you don't like doing or that you're not very good at, that maybe you shouldn't be doing, that frees up a lot of your time. So your area of genius is where you enjoy, that makes a bigger difference in the company. And what happens, a lot of business owners will not spend their time on the things they hate, but they still need to get done. And then it suffers. And they're like what they deny and what they resist obviously persists. Okay. So, and then flow. When you start doing this, you are going to create what I call blissfully. You're going to be happy. You're going to have a business of flow. It's going to have an operation systematic approach that you are very clear on. That is, you do this, it gets that result. The AI does this or employees do this, it gets that result. Everybody's moving the same direction in a flow down the river, right? And all these things end up being leverage. All these things end up equating to less work time for you and helping you create the business you always had in mind. So a lot of times people come to me and say, Gavin, like, I don't want to have to start over. I don't want to have to like, recreate my whole business and everything. It's like, no, like this is a process. You've been doing this way for a while. You think this is the way to see it. You don't understand the other perception and awareness. And that's where I come in and really have you take a look at things and create new possibilities and like, let's implement these things and what AI could be doing and what you should be doing in a systematic way that feels in flow downstream. Okay. And then, the power of thinking, I kind of, went through this, but like that awareness, I just want to hammer this home is that you've got to recognize that your thinking is shaping your business reality. Everything that is happening in your business, all the feelings you have, but also like all the results you're getting are from your thinking. And unless your thinking changes, your feelings aren't going to you get to control your feelings, but your results aren't going to change. And when you become aware of your feelings and become aware of your actions and have a higher vibration and take new steps and new, maybe, higher efficient actions, has a huge result. And that awareness is where it starts, okay? And then change. You've got to be willing and be open to realize that you don't know it all and to change your thinking. Like your mind is this computer and it's been programmed. And just like AI is getting better and better. If you got on, anything ChatGPT a year ago and you get on it now, you're like, holy smokes, that needs to be your mind. That needs to be your business. That you're compounding the effects of how you think and what's going on with you and how you grow and how you're transforming, or you're going to completely be left behind or stagnant and continue to have the same frustrations. And when you do that, you're going to have the growth. When you're open to the change and you have that awareness for the change and you make the change, growth is going to be the effect. It's going to be the result. It's A plus B equals C, right? 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, however you want to look at that, but comes from within your mind, your beliefs, how you're feeling, and then the resulting actions. The actions are just a product of that, and you've got to be aware of that. So, here's the quick 3 steps. Get clear. Define your business vision, your roles within, what makes sense. Are you spending your time doing things you shouldn't be spending your time? Well, I do a deep dive with my clients with this. We articulate what their gifts and talents are, their purpose within their life and their business, what that looks like with how they've been doing their business, and then how that integrates and ties in to their overall vision. And then where they're at now, where they need to go, what that can look like. Okay. And then that's a constant awareness. It's a constant assessment, at least quarterly, I would recommend, and a big one once a year. Right. And then when people do that, they're like, wow, this is how I'm getting this quantum growth. Okay. Focus, working on the business and using your gifts rather than working in the business. You have to have that acute focus on what really matters in your business. And what I catch myself doing all the time, is I work on the stuff I really like doing. And a lot of times those are not the things that really are the best use of my time, that are actually going to attract the clients I want, align with the clients that I want. And, I get caught up in the technology part because I love that. I love the coaching part, but sometimes like the video editing part, that's why I found the AI. I've had the awareness of I need to make it easier on myself. Okay, here I am. Okay, that's focus. And then the change of thinking. I've had to take a hard look over the years through a lot of pain of I know what's possible, yet I haven't achieved it. And my first aha was, like I said, I'm happy right now. If I had a flex, I could be a lot of people oh, I'll be happy when I have the cars, the house, the money. I'm extremely happy right now. I'm extremely happy with my life, who I am, how I see the world, what's going on. So everything's an opportunity. Everything's a possibility. This is fun. And it's I got to see okay, let's see what happens with this. Let's implement this. And I have this ultimate vision, which is, this goes so far beyond just a job. This is my purpose, or a business. This is my purpose within what looks like a business. And when you do that, you get that exhilaration, you get that inspiration, you're motivated. Okay. So, kind of hammering home on this and breaking down the awareness. I'm going to go through it really quick, but the importance of awareness, you've got your results are based on your awareness. You need to have the understanding of your perceptions, which lead to your actions. Number two, the congruence, make sure everything aligns, that your thoughts, actions, and business are toward the transformation that you want, personally and professionally. And then the growth, successful people continuously break through their limitations. And that's, if you look at Elon Musk, whatever you think of him, he just keeps blowing through. He started out at PayPal, and then, look at Tesla, and look at the spaceships. And just, are you kidding me? It's just, he keeps expanding, and that's fun. That's where it gets crazy amazing. Okay. So here's the next steps. I want you to understand that you're in control of your business, that you're in control of your life and your possibilities. But you have to look at things a lot differently. You're probably drawn to the videos on YouTube oh, I need more marketing, I need more sales, I need better at social media. And those things could all be true, but none of those things work very well if what I just described is not there. If you don't have awareness and your perception's not very good of your business skills, what you're doing, if you don't have vision, it's probably not going to work very well if you're not growing, if you're not aligning with your purpose and seeing what you're good at. Okay. So I would love to have you subscribe. I'm going to teach more and more on this. Also, if you would like to speak with me and see what this would look like in your business, I would love to right now. I don't know when you're watching this video, there's a good chance this won't be there, but you could check that I'm doing 1 hour free consultations. And you're like, oh, what's the catch? It's just gonna be this big pitch. No, we'd be looking at your business, where it's at, what's working, what's not, where you'd want to go, some brainstorms on how you could utilize AI, how you could leverage yourself, and what's going to make a big difference and what's been missing. Now, I'll show you what that would look like if you wanted to work with me. I have, as a coach and consultant myself, I've made major strides with other people's help, seeing things that I can't see, accountability, support. And that's what I would want to have happen. I want to have relationships with my clients, meaning it's just more fun for me to kind of get in there with you, kind of like grow it with you, kind of be a part of it in that capacity, rather than just like some course where we don't really get to integrate it together. You don't get to ask me specific questions. So if you want to see what that looks like, it'd be well worth your time. It's free right now. If I'm charging something for it when you go, I can guarantee it'd be worth that price. And then also you can join my community. It's called Blissfully. Again, when I'm doing this video, it's free. It might be paid when you come across it, but my goal is always give you at least 10 times the value of what anything costs, right? And I don't think you can put a price on your happiness, living your purpose, having the business you've always envisioned, and having quantum growth, right? So thank you so much. It'll be interesting. I'm about to go hit a couple buttons to edit this and see what it's like. I'll probably do a review on this here in the future and kind of show you what I've learned, and possibly in some ways you can implement this. This software is kind of replacing Loom. It can do quite a bit more things. And again, it's operating and from technological, where it also uses AI, does the editing and stuff. So anyway, hey, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, all those things. I would really love to build a relationship with you, help you however I can, get your business to where it could be, where it should be. Much love, my friends, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.